Hey guys, it is October 23rd, 2010. I just did this video and it was too big to upload, so I'm going to do it again. Um, that's kind of frustrating when that happens. I mean, I guess that's what I get for not putting a little timer right there and saying 10 minutes, And so anyway, I'm going to jump right into this. I'm not going to read the whole article. It's on Natural News again. How to opt out of the TSA's naked body scanners. And this is an issue that has been hot in the news lately, in the last year definitely, because of somebody getting on an airplane with explosives in his underwear. All right, and that whole story itself is kind of shady because you have eyewitnesses saying that they saw a man in a nicely dressed suit take this man who had the bomb in his underwear, and they bypassed security with him and said, flash badges, and says this man is going with us. We do this all the time with our clients or whatever they said, and they bypassed security and went and got on the plane. And you can Google that. You can just type in underwear bomber, and you'll find it. Anyway, that's why they put these naked body scanners. And if you watch this channel for any length of time, you'll know how I feel about this. This is just another thing that they put out there for control and humiliation also. The Patriot Act and what happened on 9/11, I believe that's a farce. I believe it was an inside job for sure. And they used that to limit our freedoms and to control us. And this is no different. All of these things, and the longer I live, the more I realize that, we live in a sick world. We live in a very, very sick world that is run by a few people at the top. Considering the world population, very few, probably 0.01% of the people that have top money and that control banking, that control the sports world, that control religion, that control popular opinion, they control politics. They control even local and your community events and happenings through societies, masonry societies. And I know this may be a little off the wall for people, but that's how this world is run. It is micromanaged from the top down, and the top is Rome. The top is Rome. All roads lead to Rome, and friends, that's not just an expression. There's truth in that. There's a pretty face to Rome, and there's a dark face to Rome still, and she wants the daughters under her wing. And anyway, enough about that, guys. I think I'm probably going to end up going long again. I went on a little rant here. I'm sorry. This lady, I'll have to break this down pretty quick. A lady was leaving California. She decided to opt out of the naked body scanners. So she decided to opt out. So the TSA agent cried out, "Opt out, opt out." And she said that to him. Okay, and the article puts exclamations on opt out. So he yelled this out for the purpose, I believe, of humiliating and singling out somebody that would have the nerve to opt out of something that everybody else was just filing up, lining up to go through, like sheep, okay? Like it makes no difference. But this girl, she said, I opt out. So she got the pat down. And she does say it was a professional, well done pat down. I mean, the crotch, the whole works. And she chose to do that. It took 5 minutes longer. But the thing is that you are guilty. You're guilty when you go into that airport and you're proven innocent. You're not going to get onto that plane until you're proven innocent by walking through these body scanners, so that there is nothing hidden. There's nothing, not that you want to hide something, but there is no way out of it. Okay? You have to go through a body scanner now. Not have to, it's not mandatory, but you're made to feel inferior if you opt out of the system. And that's a mind conditioning. Eventually they're going to probably mandatory these body scanners. But, fingernail clippers, body scanners, the Patriot Act, I mean, it squeezed us is what it did. And you know, she noticed this, that people were like sheep going through these scanners. Nobody raised a fuss. And she mentions that this type of radiation that's used in these body scanners causes cancer. Just like mammograms, we're now finding out the lie that we've been told that mammograms help. But it hurts every 10 women that have those, 9 of them are worse off than they were before they went in there. And that's proven with mammograms. And, you know, we need to be thinking, guys, on our own. We need to think. We can't have people thinking for us. We're going to end up in trouble. God gave us minds to think and reason things out. And you see all these things happening. They're happening for a reason. They're hurting the masses, and it's mind control is what it is, and it's behavioral control. They don't want any riffs. They want everybody to just follow suit with no qualms. And you know, there's Wyoming people have a reputation of being very independent. And you know, I would have to agree. You know, the pastors that we've had through this district over the years, over the 15 years, they say we come to these churches and these people, they have a mindset of strong independence. And that is true. We are very independent people. And you know, I think we should be, to the extent, not a stubborn to where you're not pliable, I guess, in a sense that you're so rigid that you can't communicate with people, and that you know, you don't want to go that far. But when it comes to your freedoms and not being able to make decisions based on your convictions, okay, then there's something wrong. We don't want people thinking for us, okay? Big Brother, this government, you know, the administration, the Constitution was put into place to keep that big boy in check. Okay, they serve us. We are constituents. We have a voice through people we put into office, okay, in Congress, that should be speaking for us against crazy stuff like this. And you know, all this behavioral manipulation that's going on of making somebody feel inferior or that something is wrong with that person because they opt out of something that everybody else is just going through like sheep. And you know, there's nothing wrong with being a sheep as long as you're following a good shepherd. And I think you hear what I'm saying. Those people at the top, they're leading you down a road that is very dangerous. And you know, especially now, we need to be thinking people. We cannot have people thinking for us. Dementia 23 says, you know, read the good book and strive to do what it says, and I would agree. You know, that's wisdom is found in the good book, the Bible, and following Christ and following Jesus Christ. He is the only way, the truth, and the life. He knows what's going on. He knows what we're going through. And you know, friends, there's a promise that I cling to, and He's going to cut it short in righteousness. Otherwise, I believe these elite people would find their goal of 500 million people. You know, they would decrease the population down that far. But I believe God's going to come and cut it short, and I'm very thankful for that. Hang on. I believe the markets are going to get rough again in this last quarter. I think things, you know, I know there's a lot of manipulation going on, but hang in there, guys. Think. Okay, these are times of thinking, and trust God. Take care. Have a good night.